A very good find. Even a meltdown value, this is going to be worth something significant. If it turns out it's a collectible pattern, it'll be worth even more. All right, welcome back. So if you're new here, I'm currently waist deep in a huge estate purchase and house clean out. So this is the second half of day 2, part 3 in this series. So if you want, you can go back and watch the first 2 parts. They're already there waiting for you. So quick side note, I'm noticing that about 80% of you currently watching this video are not subscribed to this channel. And if you want to stay in the loop in this series and my other adventures, hit that big red button below before we move on. Anyway, the estate I purchased is about 2 hours away, and I just came back here to the shop to grab my trailer, some supplies, and some clothes to get me through the next few days. So now we're about to head back to the house for a couple more hours to do some hardcore digging around, hopefully find some more treasure before I call an end to this very long day. Okay, so this is probably one of my favorite rooms in the house, even though a lot of stuff is missing. This would be a really cool spot to hang out. Right here we've got a beautiful piano. This is not part of the clean out job, but I did tell the son that I would do my best to find a taker for it. Even if we get a few dollars for it or find somebody to take it for free, because it costs a lot of money to have a piano moved, obviously, and that's not something I want to do. We've got just a generic use chair here that's going to have to go in the dumpster tomorrow. There's a crokinole board back here. And we've got a nice modern leather chair here. Again, late 70s, early 80s. Really my style. It's a nice kind of camel brown color. It does have some marks on the arm here. Might be able to clean that up enough with some cleaner and conditioner to reuse it. So I may take my chances with that one. Now, if you look up through the room, we've got this giant installation here that goes all the way along this wall, through the corner, to the other end. So this is going to stay, and the new owners can decide what they want to do with it. But we're going to take the contents out anyway. So these shelves here are full of these silver or silver plated little, I don't know, chalices, wine glasses, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to go in the light here. Now, as far as I know, pretty much all of these are going to be silver plate. I will take a closer look at them. Most of them are the same pattern. If there's any sterling, that's a huge bonus. If not, these are going to be sold wholesale in a couple lots. Looks like we've got a couple carvings here. Some sort of little tapestry. That's kind of nice. There seems to be a few of these lying around, so I'll gather all them up. We've got a speaker down here. Oh, here we go. So this is a nice Bose speaker here. Pretty modern. It's got Bluetooth on it, so that's cool. I think I saw the box for this upstairs, actually. Let's see if there's anything in the store here. Oh. So that's a fine piece there. This is not just a whole bunch of cheap plastic. This is a really heavy metal. So I'm going to take a closer look at that there. Not something I recognize. Oh, we've got the playing pieces for the crokinole board, so I'll throw them aside. Oh, here's a nice little harmonica, Alpina. Looks like a German one. I'm not familiar with that one, but even with a few dents on it, that's probably $20 even on a bad day. Oh, we've got a couple recorders. I used to play this in public school. I was pretty proud of it. I haven't picked one up in a long time, but you never know. I might play a song before the night's over. I think I still may remember like Three Blind Mice or something. This is going to be part of what? Maybe like a plastic flute? Looks like there's another recorder here. There's something in this bag. Oh, it's going to be another... Holy... So they must have had like a recorder jamboree in the house or something at some point, because there's 4 or 5 of them in here. They're only worth $15, $20 each, unless it happens to be a really good name. But who doesn't love a good recorder? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a soprano recorder. 5. So it was a full-out party. I'm not sure what that is here. Oh, wooden spoons. So the whole family would play along. They've got the piano, they've got the recorders, they've got the spoons. I found a ukulele, I found a trumpet. So a very musical family for sure. And I can appreciate that. I grew up around a lot of music. Oh, there's a tin whistle. I play the recorder, I play the ukulele, I play the bass guitar. So we've also got the matching sofa to go with the chair. This is gonna have to go in the dumpster. Thrift stores just won't take soft furniture for fear of bed bugs. A little pewter cup here. There's a nice early medicine bottle with some embossing. And up here we've got a model sailboat, a carving, a little small lantern. Looks like there's a carved duck up there. Really nice print on the wall here. I like this one. It doesn't look like it's anything really spectacular, not signed, but a really nice image. The artist name right there. I noticed this here. This is kind of curious. I don't know if this is an indigenous piece or not. Some sort of fur. I'm not sure what this is. This was lying on. Oh, that looks like snake skin. So I don't really know what these do, but I'm putting them aside. More carvings, more pewter. I'm finding a lot of pewter in here, it seems. You're going to see a whole lot more pretty soon. So maybe I can find a taker for a lot of this stuff. This is kind of interesting here. This looks like almost some sort of drum. And I think it is, actually. Yeah, it's got a skin on the top there. A little worse for wear, but this could be an early piece. Definitely... Oops, crap. Okay, hopefully that just fell apart and didn't break. I was trying to move it to the light for you. Give it a better look. So this is all hand carved. And we've got the drumsticks here, and then here's the skin. And it was just kind of sitting on top like this anyway. So that's a little bit different. We've got some more carvings here. These are wood. Here's a nice little soapstone one here. So that would be an indigenous piece, probably from Canada. Another there. A couple little stoneware pieces. This one's a little bit different. There's not much light in this corner. What does it say? Deptford? I'm not too sure. I'll look that one up. We've got a carved duck, kind of a decoy. It's kind of a nice piece there. A couple little brass pieces, or these are like little jewelry boxes. They're kind of different. We've got a lot of CDs here. So this gentleman is a big fan of classical music. So that's mainly what we're going to see here in the CDs and more. We've got the son pulled these out for me yesterday when I first came through the estate. These are some Hungarian artist posters here. Now I haven't had a chance to look these up. He showed them to me. Not the greatest condition. It's been taped on the seams, but it would still look good frame. So they may turn into something decent. I really like the subject matter on them, the colors. Here we go. So I have no idea what this says. I don't know. I don't know any Hungarian at all. I can only guess at what some of these words are going to mean, but they're different and they're definitely worth looking into anyway. Okay, anything in this drawer? Okay, a whole lot of CDs. So there's going to be a lot of classical, but I do see a little bit of early rock and roll. The Platters, Little Richard, Best of the 60s. Couple drawers here. Ooh, cassette tapes. Lots of classical. So I'm just going to close that back up. I love cassettes. I love all this media, but I'm just mainly looking for rock and roll and a bit of jazz. There is a little bit of that stuff in here, but not the type of rock and roll I'm looking for. I want the Bon Jovi, the Dokken, the Def Leppard. He's got Neil Diamond, Rita McNeil, Fats Domino. Not that it isn't good music, it's just not what I'm looking for right now. Got a little stack of vinyl here. Again, really not what I'm looking for, but I'm going to go through all of them. I'm sure I'll pull a few out. Some out of curiosity, because I just want to hear what it is. Some I'll actually listen to. But the bulk of this will get donated. Maybe some will get put through auction. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, there's a whole big stack right through here. We've got more CDs. We've got more cassettes. More vinyl. More CDs. This piece caught my eye when I first came in. This looks like so I don't really know any Hungarian. This could actually be even German. But I can tell that it's a biscuit tin. I know that much by Ferdinand Stemler. It looks quite early. It's got great graphics on it here. You can see an old image of the factory saying that it was established in 1788. I don't know how easy it's going to be to find this because it's not in English, but that one's definitely going back to the shop with me. And I'm going to take my time trying to find out what that is because that's one of the coolest pieces in this room. And here's another fun piece here too. This is J. Dodd's soda water bottle here. So this is really heavy glass. It's a really nice kind of peach color. It looks a little more orange on the camera right now, but these are always really solid sellers. $50 upwards to $150, depending on the company, the color, the condition. This one here is safe to say is probably getting $50 to $75 as long as it's not banged up on top there. More CDs. A book with CD, How to Play Ukulele. I learned on the internet. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, so there's some little trinkets in this one here. We've got little brass bells, a little totem pole. This is nice. This is a little small gold gilt frame. This would be for a tin type photograph. So I'm going to put that aside because I've always got a handful of tin types lying around, but the frames are harder to find. I can almost predict what's going to be in a lot of people's record collections at this age. Now, this gentleman's an exception to the rule because it's almost all classical, but I do see one sneaking out here on the corner, and I can tell just looking at that, that's going to be Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. This must have been pressed 1 billion times because I see it everywhere. Boom, there it is. Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass, going places. I think I meant to put this in my own collection because it keeps popping up and I've never actually kept one. I did throw it on my Spotify once, and there's some okay music in there. It's good dinner music. It's pretty hilarious, so I guess I'm going to put that in the keep pile. The CD towers actually come in handy. I'm starting to hoard these now. I'm starting to hoard some rock and roll CDs. It's the last media they actually made that's tangible. You can hold it in your hand. You can look at liner notes, read the lyrics to the songs. I'm predicting in the next couple of years, these are going to come back red hot. Just as everybody's throwing out all their collections right now or selling bins of them for $2. So I'm going to be that guy that hoards them all and has a couple thousand ready to go when they get hot again. Okay, that's it for the living room. So not a whole lot to clear out of here, which is nice. Should be able to pack up this stuff pretty quickly. A lot of it for donation and some stuff for the dumpster. So next room is going to be the dining room. Okay, so we're going to move into the dining room now. So I'm really excited about this room. Because it's packed. This whole buffet is packed. I haven't gone through it. I just poked my head in before I made the purchase. The table's full of stuff. We've got a big cabinet in the corner here full. There's stuff on the floor. Lots to look at here. It's all full of modern furniture, probably from the late 70s, early 80s. Really trendy right now. Just beautiful stuff. A lot of stuff is going to go back to the shop. This giant buffet, if we can get this into a few pieces to make it easier to move, this will be going back to the shop. And maybe some stuff on top or inside of it. Let's take a look. So we've got some everyday pottery. Looks like some Mexican, South American pieces here, maybe. This is a nice little handmade jug. 1995. But I've seen a few other pieces lying around that may be from the same artist. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm not going to dismiss it. It could be an important artist. It's a nice black kind of matte finish with a glossy kind of pattern on it. There you can see. Some everyday pieces. You know, there's a larger vase here. Here's some sort of decanter as well. So there's some more pewter here. We've got a little candelabra, a couple matching candle holders here. Pewter's pretty nice. I don't mind this stuff. It does do pretty well in my shop if it's a little more ornate or different, like these little pieces here. But again, a lot of this stuff looks like it may be like Mexican, Central American, South American. Can't see what that says. Then we're gonna have a lot inside to go through here. So we've got a lot of stemware here. This is a little different though. This isn't the everyday cheap stuff you see. This is all black. I don't know who made this. Based on what I've seen so far, they did spend some money on their serving pieces. So I'm gonna take a closer look at those and see if there's anything attributed to them. If not, they're still very nice. As you can see, we've got them in a few different sizes here. And some everyday stuff. That's empty. Just some, yeah, just some pressed glass. Nothing too exciting there. So there's lots in here. We'll just kind of start pulling a few things out here and make a mess, I guess. Some nice serving pieces here. So there could be some nice designer names here. I don't know if, Maxwell Williams is one of them. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do pull out some better quality items. Okay, so here we go. Here's a giant thing full of souvenir spoons. So for the most part, they don't have any value. Maybe 50 cents each. But if we can pull some out that are sterling, well, then they're worth their weight in silver. I don't know what it is right now. Is it maybe 65 cents a gram in Canada? I can't remember. I just sold some today. I should know better. We've got some napkin rings. Those could be pewter again. More small spoons and souvenir ones as well. Some look like stainless here, silver plate. Again, I'm going to put all these together and take them back to the shop. And when I've got some time and I've got my magnifier, we'll go through them one by one, checking them for silver content. Shakers. So these are going to be likely cutlery as well. So they don't look like anything overly interesting, but it's going to depend on the name, which I'm wearing contact lenses, so I can't see this stuff up close right now. I'm going to put them aside, take another second look. They don't really look like sterling, but who knows? Sometimes it just depends on the maker and the pattern. It doesn't always have to be, sterling silver to be worth something. 8 dessert forks with emblem. So looks like there's going to be a partial set in here. So there's more here. Lots of this to go through. I'm not going to go through it all right now. It's going to take a while. Coasters, napkin rings. That could be silver. So, a lot of this silver in here, if there happens to be souvenir spoons or just odd pieces of cutlery, I only sell them for meltdown. If we find partial sets or good serving pieces, they're worth more to sell as a serving piece. We've got candlesticks. More serving pieces. Oh, I'm spilling salt all over the place. What a mess. More cutlery. So let's go through. So here's some crystal. There's some pinwheel crystal. This used to be very popular, very collectible. Now it only sells for a fraction of what it used to. It's something that I will sell. It likely won't be in the shop. Okay, got that mess cleaned up. Let's see what's under here. Just some glass bowls. Some table mats. This is all run-of-the-mill stuff here. More cutlery. So I'm going to take a closer look at this. Let's see what this says on the back here. Okay, so it turns out this is a really nice find. I was able to zoom in here. This is marked sterling on the back. This is a full set in here. This is all the same pattern. There's an exception of a few pieces here on the end, but it looks like most of this is all the same pattern. So this is a very good find. Even a meltdown value, this is going to be worth something significant. If it turns out it's a collectible pattern, it'll be worth even more. And we've got a lot of pieces scattered throughout here that our different patterns, just odd pieces. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more sterling there. Wasn't expecting it. I looked in here quickly before. It looked like, half stainless and plate. But here we are with a bunch of sterling. Here's a bunch of larger pieces here. So one thing to mention about the knives is the only part that's sterling is going to be the handle, but they're going to be weighted with like a cement inside. The blade's going to be stainless steel. So you're not going to get much silver value out of these ones unless you literally tear it apart and gut it, and there's not much left. It'd be nice to sell this as a set and not have it melted down. So we're going to see how that goes, but super excited about that. I was waiting for something like that to come along because, as you saw, there's a lot of just everyday stuff here that's only really good for donation, a few dollars here and there. I don't put all this stuff in my store, maybe 10% of it. We've got some of the cloths here. We've got some gold-plated pieces. They really don't have much value for the most part, unless it happens to be a really good name. A few more odds and ends there. So, good, that's awesome. Really happy with that drawer. We've got some tablecloths, lots of tablecloths, Christmas, doilies. I've got an avocado set. I've never seen an avocado set. I eat these every day. Look at this. Okay, so that's going home with me for sure. Okay, just some everyday plates and dishes here. A lot of this is going to be silver plate. I can tell just looking at it. See, there's a little bit more here. I will look at it, but I can almost tell like on the finish of some of this and the weight that it is going to be a silver plate over copper or brass. And it's more of the same down there, so I'm not going to bother pulling that out right now. We've got this kind of... knock yourself over. Okay. We've got a nice kind of modern gold tone console table here. I really like this piece. I may be taking this one home to go in my own kind of loft space. So we've got some pressed glass. We may have a couple of crystal pieces here by the looks of it. I don't get too excited about this sort of thing. Not a whole lot of value. We've got a punch bowl set. Almost every estate has one in it. Very popular wedding gifts, anniversary gifts. Most of them were never used. If these ever make a comeback, I'm going to kick myself for donating them all. Now here's a nice little set here. I've had a lot of these. These are all solid teak salad bowls here. We've got a set of 5. Maybe a 6 lying around. And we've got the large serving one here. Really nice look. They're easy to clean. If they get a little bit like stained or dried, you can just rub some vegetable oil on them. You can clean them with a little bit of steel wool. They kind of last forever. And we've got a fondue pot here. I've got a fondue party coming up at the end of this month, actually. This is a nice one here. It's got a nice enamel finish. It's got some weight to it. It's not the cheap department store brand you would normally see. And they're getting popular. Fondue parties are coming back. And it's not that kind of fondue party. It's not the kind where I show up and leave my keys in a dish at the door. Just some friends gathered around having a good time. Here's a nice little modern vase. But so here's another piece of pottery by that artist. Again, 1997 this time. I can't make out what that says, but I'm going to research that. What do we got here? Here we go. Charles and Di. It's our wedding plate there. This was a big deal when it came out. Now I can hardly give this stuff away. And he's the king now, but nobody really seems to care. The monarch is kind of going by the wayside these days. They're more a novelty than anything else. Nothing personal, it's just a fact. More royalty. I'm just going to donate this stuff unless I find something that's a little bit more collectible in here. Now we've got a pile on the floor still, so it just keeps coming and coming. We've got a nice 5-gallon crock. It's Medelta Potteries from Medicine Hat, Alberta, so that's a better name. We seem to have a really random mix of glasses in here. We've got what looks like maybe some depression glass. It's an old coffee tin. It looks like a little nesting hen in this one here. I've got a customer that is looking for these. Nicole, if you're watching, I'll put this aside for you. It's a little box here. I have to open every box I find. Drives me nuts. Oh, there's an old razor. That's kind of nice. So that's, you know, probably $20, $30 vintage razor there. Kind of cool. Put that aside. And let's talk about the big pieces here. We've got this beautiful dining set that matches the buffet over there. So again, the house was built in '79. These people moved in when it was new. So I wouldn't be surprised if this dining set is from that time, maybe a little bit before or a little bit after. So it's not teak. It looks a little bit like oak to me. But it's very beautiful set, very modern design, as you can see. It does have an extra leaf inside the table. Beautiful condition. This is definitely going back to the shop. It's in great shape. The upholstery's good. It's probably been redone at some point. This piece here I mentioned on the walkthrough. This is a brutalist style gold tone lamp, chandelier, I guess. I want to take this out of here. I may have a spot for it in my own space. If not, I'll sell it. But 9 times out of 10, new homeowners will replace these fixtures and they will end up in the garbage. And the last piece to look at here is this large cabinet. And there's more pewter on top, which I'll have to look at closer when I've got a little step stool. And cups and saucers. So not really my jam. My mom loves this stuff, so I'm going to pack all this up for her and she can go through it and see if she wants any of it to resell. Oh, we've got a little bit of a bar in here. A lot of stuff I've never heard of. I don't know if this is gonna be like Polish stuff or not. Oh, that's some expensive tequila. That looks vintage. A couple shots left in there, so that might help me get through the night here. More pewter. But this is a nice little set here. It looks like we've got the teapot here. Very Art Deco looking on this one here. And it's all hammered. I'll get this in better light here. Does that help? I'm just going to hold it. There we go. So this is nice. A little dent there. Not a big deal. Very Art Deco looking though. Probably 1920s. I'll have to find a maker's mark on this somewhere. And we've got the matching creamer and the sugar. And maybe even... It's maybe a trivet. Doesn't match that. But I would be surprised if 1 or 2 of these trays go with it. So I'm going to take a closer look at those. Oh, look at this. There we go. There's all the help I need right there. Pewter marks of the world. So that's going to save me some time. I mean, I could jump on Google, but flipping through this quickly could help as well. Okay, so that's the bulk of this. And we've still got more down here. Okay, we've got a big platter here. It looks like ironstone. These are kind of nice. So this, again, here's that artist again. I got to find who this is. So, but it's really well done and... really attractive, and it seems to be scattered throughout the house. So this could have been a family friend, maybe even a family member for all I know. But we've got these little shallow bowls here. That's all by that artist anyway. Here's a studio piece here, a little teapot. And more just some generic cups and saucers for everyday use here. Napkin rings. Yeah, some more generic pieces here. There's some vintage, but not really worth mentioning. Another, again, this is an older one. Okay, so again, here's another piece by this artist here. So really nice. If you feel the texture, it's really cool, but you guys can't feel it. So the son's going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to ask if he knows who this person is. Maybe he could save me some time. And just nice, like, black glass. I love this stuff. It's pretty timeless. Matches everything. And seems like a little bit more common stuff here. Yeah, that's all that is. It's just common pieces. Some nice, 70s modern stainless steel and teak or rosewood. Wow, if that doesn't say 80s, nothing does. I love that image there. That's pretty cool. Look at that, eh? That's really regal. Yeah, so... yeah, we've got some Christmas themed, looks like. Welcome home. So I'll go through this stuff a little bit more later, but nothing in here really jumping out at me. So there's a lot to sort through in this room. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of donations in here. A handful of pieces I'll be taking back, and some big and heavy furniture that we're going to have to move out of here into my trailer and keep it in one piece and get it back home safely. So This is a really cool room. There's a couple more pieces lying around here, as you can see. I'm really happy about this one, though. I think there's going to be some decent value in this. We got the sterling cutlery set there at the bottom. We've got a bunch of stuff on top there. Wild card pieces. A lot of donations, though. But one of my favorite rooms by far. Okay, so it's about 9:30 at night now. I've been going since about 4:45 this morning on a few hours sleep, so I'm pretty wiped out. We saw a lot today. We did a lot of digging. It seems like we found something cool in every room we went through, and we still have a lot more to go. We still have the kitchen. We still have a big basement full of stuff to go through. We still got a garage and then some. I can't remember. I'm really excited to really plow through this place and see what else we find, and getting it really cleaned up too. So if you want to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you're notified of new content when I post it. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.